Welcome back to another episode of Everything Anime, where we talk about any and everything anime. I'm Taylor Brianna,
I am Black Trash.
and today we have a couple questions, and we actually have a couple of voice messages we will listen to later on this episode. I think we have about 3 or 4, and we're going to get to that new segment in a bit.
What about how you feeling?
I'm great. The setup is I'm getting used to it and knowing what to do and what not to do.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling spontaneous today.
Okay.
I see on the list we have some very interesting topics that we're gonna indulge in because y'all are interesting. Y'all are very interesting for sure.
Most of the things I get from the people on the internet,
That's untold.
I be asking questions and y'all be answering. So yeah.
That's untold, bro.
So the first question is, who is better, Krillin or Kuwabara?
That's the first question?
Yes.
That's literally the first question.
Yes.
Y'all make me sick. You go first.
I'm gonna say okay. So strength wise, I'm not talking about strength. I'm not talking about powers. I'm talking about character as a whole. To me, I think Kuwabara is better. He's better than Krillin.
Okay, so wait. Let me ask that before you get deeper into that. Because if we're saying is Krillin or Kuwabara better, what define better? Like what did they mean as in like better?
They didn't go into detail, like
literally in
literally.
general?
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't put this question out to nobody. I didn't say who's better, Krillin or Kuwabara. Like two people really commented like Krillin is better than him.
Okay, so you just so continue with what you were saying. I'm sorry.
I say Kuwabara, and this is mainly like writing reasons. It's not necessarily like they had no control over how they were written, obviously. I think Kuwabara is written better than Krillin. I think I was expecting a lot from Krillin when I first started watching Dragon Ball Z. Mind you, I started Dragon Ball Z last year?
Yeah.
And watching it, I had like a lot of I was anticipating a lot happening in Dragon Ball Z because of the fandom and the hype around it. So when I met Krillin, I was like, oh, okay, like Krillin's a cool guy. Like he's friends with Goku for a very long time. But as time progressed, his character didn't really develop, like character wise. Obviously, he's a human. He's strong. If you put him against any other anime character and whoever, obviously Krillin is gonna probably win because of his strength and keeping up with like Saiyans and beating or fighting people like Frieza and everything. But I say Kuwabara is better because he's more in the show. Like you have more of a sense of who he is, and he has he doesn't really feel like a side character. Like there's Yusuke, obviously this is based around him, but the people that surround Yusuke has more of a sense of self. Krillin was always like behind Goku. So it's like, and he will always get beat up. Like we see Kuwabara.
Bro, first of all, Kuwabara can fight, but that nigga had his fair shaking his ass well too a couple of times. But
yeah, but like
yeah.
Like we actually see a fight from Kuwabara. When Krillin fight, it's like he trying to get his lick in, but his lick never lands. It might land once or twice or help out once or twice, but for the most point, everybody in Dragon Ball Z will hop in just to get their ass beat. To be honest, if it's not Goku, you're getting your ass beat. Okay. Gohan, he wouldn't get his ass beat, but it's like we're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that. No, Gohan is. I like Gohan.
My man Gohan, bro.
But as far as Krillin,
because I can honestly say about him, it wasn't his fault.
But with Krillin, I just feel like writers fell flat with that, and I think they could have did better with Krillin. But I'm going with Kuwabara because he's just more. He's more out there. He's more of a character. Okay. And I like to see his development.
Okay. I like that. That was a good one. That was cool. I don't really have a heavy rebuttal because I don't really disagree with most of what she was saying. Um, I will say, as opposed to talking about like power levels and stuff like that, of course, Krillin will thrash that nigga and all that. You know, he's thrashing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as far as like, I will say personality and morale, Cooper Brawl definitely wins that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely because of just like his willpower as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just strictly just based off his willpower alone.
Mm-hmm.
He's that stands above Krillin. So what I will say is that I feel like some people will try to rebuttal with this or whatever, but I would say as opposed to like the difference in what they had to deal with, like Kuwabara in a sense, I feel like he's also low key a prodigy. Back to what I was saying. So basically, I feel like both of them definitely had to deal with a difference as far as like what they were battling. Like I was saying for Kuwabara, I feel like he's low key a prodigy, but he just don't understand that yet. Um, and the monsters they had to face, I feel like in their world, they were definitely outwardly stronger than them in a sense, but also they just had like I feel like all four of them just have like just like untapped
Mm-hmm.
versus Krillin. His his downfall is that because he's human, that's what his limit will be, like the strongest human. So as far as what he had to face against, out like stuff from like other planets, different type of power levels and stuff like that, he couldn't really deal with that. He couldn't really like he didn't really have no choice, even though my man
But
was still
see,
out there. Even though he is a chicken. Don't don't get me wrong, y'all. Krillin,
no, you
did I do something?
probably say something
Hello,
again.
yo, yo.
Okay.
Okay. Um, don't get me wrong, y'all. Even though Krillin, he is a chicken at times, he do be acting scared at times. But bro, he be scared in the middle of the battlefield. He be acting antsy while in the battlefield, and even in the battlefield, he get his ass whooped and he get killed because he was fighting with niggas. Like he's not backing down. He's
I
still out
think
there.
I think with his character, with the title of
But
being a strong human, I
yeah,
feel like they could at least let him like be able to get some feats with like these characters that they throw in there to fight the Saiyans. It's like if we're giving him the strength of, he don't have the strength of a Saiyan, but if he can keep up and do all of these things, why
yeah.
not build the character up to like at least be able to be a part of something? Like he couldn't be a part of anything.
And that's the interesting part because you can't really blame Krillin
Well, obviously
as a character.
that's why I said
You can really blame
writers.
Toriyama. I'm not gonna lie, Toriyama's my man. I love him to death for what he created, but we can't act like that. This man has a lot of like holes and stuff like that in Dragon Ball Z, which is okay, because the show still turned out ultimately great. It still turned out, an inspiration to a lot of anime that we watch today that we love and endure. So it's not like it's a major downfall,
Mm-hmm.
but with the show itself, even to your point in the past on previous episodes when you was talking about the Z Fighters alone, like the Z Fighters alone could have had a deeper story or a deeper touch with
Mm-hmm.
the sayings that could like give their part of their experiences more. But it's like, bro, Goku with him already being the alien and him getting stronger and stronger. At
Mm-hmm.
some point, it's just like the saying, yo, when you get higher, you can't take your people with you.
That's
Just
not
that. That's
true.
like,
They
well, you can't
could
you
they
can't
could
take
have
you can't. It's like bro,
no.
what
It was
is
just the
Tien?
writing.
What is Tien
No.
gonna do?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like obviously the stronger Goku get. Why is everybody else not getting stronger?
You know what? That is interesting. Like, what is Tien? What's up with the third eye?
I don't think that does anything.
Exactly.
I was
Like,
confused because even with alright, I think it flopped so hard. It flopped very hard. Dragon Ball was peak,
yeah,
peak. Dragon Ball Z was just like, okay, we're just gonna hone in on Goku. Okay,
yes,
cool. But where's the fun in it? Like,
right.
we literally just saw Tien and Goku going at it. Tien growing. Well, I don't think he grew like extra arms.
Tien.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on like the under Buddha
We never seen that
type
again
shit.
after Dragon Ball. After Dragon Ball, I never seen that again.
Yeah, they got stronger.
That like it's like,
He
bro,
was
why not
he was
write
one
in?
tapping him.
But he was not one tapping. Like
In Dragon Ball Z, Goku one tapping him.
let's not do that. Like he really had to fight people.
In Dragon Ball Z, the minute I'll say this, the minute he got stronger than at least freaking Nappa, oh yeah, he one tapping him. Because Nappa was one tapping. Nappa was one tapping him.
He was.
Nappa was one tapping them, bro. Nappa was like, "Let me deal with the Vegeta. I got this."
They were struggling, bro. I swear, I was watching it like, so what's gonna happen here? Everybody was just getting whoop, whoop, whoop. So okay.
Like in perspective, like that's a crazy perspective to think about. Like by the time we seen the fight with Nappa, bro, Goku was already way ahead stronger than the Z fighters.
But that's not my point. Like
I know it's not your point, but the point is like they couldn't have a deeper story because
they could have a deeper story because literally Yamcha got beat up by some little aliens, bro.
You know what? You could be right for real because the Frieza saga was actually great. I'm not gonna lie to you. The Frieza saga was actually great.
I'm gonna just say the writers could have.
Cell Saga was the best
We
one to
could
me.
have got some. My favorite was Bull.
Bull Saga was crazy, despite that one episode when Goku took like the entire episode to transform Super Saiyan 3. Like, bro, when
Bull
that
is
was
my
televised, oh my
favorite.
goodness.
That was my
The
favorite.
cries.
Yeah, if you gotta wait, I'm glad I didn't
Bro, the
have to
cries,
wait.
bro. Like, as soon as the next episode aired,
I'm
bro,
glad I didn't have
it
to
jumped
wait.
right onto it.
Cause I was watching it like I was watching it and the pacing of it, I was like, there's no way I would as a kid.
Bro, every week.
It's just him on the screen, just like no, we're not doing that. No, thank you. But yeah, my favorite was Boo. That was really that
Yeah,
was a
that
good
was
one.
very
And
interesting
so
one
yeah,
too.
of course, because him and the Gohan scene peak. But okay.
You see how great Dragon Ball is? Do you understand? You see who really won? Because what we're talking about right now and what we're not talking about right now, tell you something.
What are we not talking about?
you.
That still don't make Krillin better than Kuwabara.
Yeah, Krillin.
Okay, so we're going to get to our new segment. It's called Otaku Hotline, the call-in arc.
Give me it.
So I'm going to be posting questions on Threads, Instagram, wherever I can post these questions, and we can have our listeners call in or leave a voicemail on our Instagram, and we listen to what they have to say, the responses to the questions. So the two questions that I posted was, what's your number one anime of all time, or your most disrespectful top 10 take?
Give you and.
Huh?
Give you and.
No, it's or, because if you do and, that's saying answer both of these questions.
Right.
No, just answer one.
Answer one?
Because then we're going to have one voicemail long as hell.
Oh, it's a voicemail?
Yes.
It's actually, okay, go ahead.
Yes. So our first one is going to be, and I haven't listened to these yet, so we about to see.
Oh, you asked the question and they answered it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, the questions are: what's your number one anime of all time, or your most disrespectful top 10 take? So this is the first one.
So I would say my favorite anime of all time, or number one anime, would be My Hero Academia. And the reason for that is it just really got me hooked on the whole premise of quirks and like super living in this superhuman society. I'd say I'm probably a newer anime fan compared to most. Like I'd watched some like anime in the past, but I wasn't like really big into it. Not until I'd say around like late 2017, early 2018. Is when I really got into it. Because even before that, I was like watching stuff like Pokemon and stuff. But really, around that time, I was watching stuff like Dragon Ball Super, and then like My Hero Academia came up on my radar. So I decided to take a look at it, and I immediately got hooked from like the world building. I think Deku was a really good like MC, like the underdog story, and the whole thing about like superheroes, the animation, everything just sort of like clicked with me. I've loved the show ever since. Ever since season 4, that's when I became a weekly watcher and kept up with the show weekly. So it's been great. I think it really had a good finale. I know a lot of people were mixed on it, but I really enjoyed the finale. I also enjoy its spin-off slash prequel, My Hero Academia Vigilantes. If you haven't watched or read it, you should definitely give it a try. So yeah, everything, the characters, the whole concept of quirks, the villains, how the villains have a lot of depth about them, I really enjoy. And I just really enjoy the whole My Hero story. So that's why I would say it's like my number one anime of all time. Usually when people ask about what's your top 3 or top 5, it's my top 3 or top 5 are really in no particular order, but I would normally My Hero would stay at the number 1 spot. So yeah.
Okay. My Hero is his number one. I've never watched My Hero,
That's not a
guys.
bad number one. You're tripping.
Never watched it. Never watched an episode ever.
You could have been watching.
I see clips and everything, but
Yeah, you're tripping. It's a good show. There's some people that may not like the ending. I don't see what's wrong with the ending. I thought the ending was great and perfect for the show and what it was standing for and the message it was giving. So
I mean, I don't have much to say. Because he's not not a big anime fan, but a new anime fan. I think that's a pretty decent one to be watching because of all the people I see that likes it and put it in their top 5. So I have nothing negative to say about it. Yeah, I guess what would be an anime you would recommend for him to watch next?
recommend for him next. That's a hard question because you don't know what people who already been watching.
Well, he said My Hero. He watched Dragon Ball Super. I mean, I would throw in like a oldie maybe like Samurai Champloo, like not spice it up a bit because there's nothing spicy about it. But I don't know. I feel like getting into the older ones, and I feel like that's the newer gen. So why not
I'll say
watch something a bit
for
older?
I'll say for my low key anime, I'll say Hit Up Dragon. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Dragon's a good one.
That's a good one. Okay.
Not the new one. Not the
I haven't seen that one yet, but people like it. People say they like it.
I'm pretty sure. I haven't watched it yet, but the OG one, animation story, great. I don't. Yeah, when I seen the preview for the new one, I was like, yeah, animation.
People say it's good, so I don't know.
It probably is good.
All right, the next one.
My first take. I'm gonna send 2. Y'all could pick which one y'all want. You know what I'm saying? Like, include. My first take is I personally think unless you've watched 250, I'm not going like it was somebody that said 500 different anime series, seasons included. Like you know what I'm saying? But I personally think you need at least 250 on your belt before you could talk anime to me, like or talk anime. Period. Like if you only watch like you know what I'm saying, like 3 different series and each series might have had like 4 seasons or 2 seasons, your anime opinion ain't really valid. I'm not even gonna lie. Now, if you're somebody that don't watch like, you know what I'm saying, 100 different series and you got like 8 seasons on under your belt, something like that, you feel me? Now we could start talking anime. Like some people just be coming in the game hot and talking about, oh yeah, Solo Leveling is the best thing that ever came out. No, you can't say that because you only watched 3 series. You can't even say that. You got to watch a whole bunch of stuff. My first.
Wait, was that all one or three?
That was one. I'm gonna do the second one after we discuss the 250.
Wait a minute though. Like, okay, nigga, you tripping? Let me tell you that.
First, hold on, because I don't even know. I need to count how many I done watched.
Wait about. Okay, look, I'll say this. I do agree as far as what people say when they see an anime and they be like, "Oh my god, this is the best anime ever." And I did, come up with a tape on Threads saying, is it harsh to add, one of the greatest anime of all time? We can get into a deep discussion about that later. But no, bro, tripping. Like, how, like 200, 250, bro.
That's a lot.
He just came through with a picture of the anime he watched. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. You don't even know that many anime.
He just, I mean,
even if you do know, you probably even watch all of it fully through.
I mean, I'm assuming he has, because he mentioned, like, if you haven't watched these all the way through and, like, you don't have this many under your belt, then you can't talk anime. I just think that's a bit much. Like, I feel like I would not come at a person, but if I want to talk anime, I would want a person to be well versed in what they watch, not necessarily just Solo Leveling and all of the new things that are coming out. Like, that's kind of like, like, do you really know Peak if you haven't watched any of the older ones?
Exactly.
So that's how I look at it. Like, I'm not necessarily basing it off of how many you've watched. I do agree with, you can't be watching anime and not finishing it. Yeah. Like, you have to finish them. Not all of them, or even if you're taking your time with them and may not finish it right away. But, like, you can't be half-assing watching it and not finishing it and saying, like, oh, Peak when you don't know even how it ends or how that season ends. So, I mean, I agree with that. Like, finish the seasons, finish what you watching. But as far as the number, that's crazy.
Yeah, bro, you're
that's crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. One of my new things to say, for real, everybody can have an opinion, but that don't always make it right. You feel me?
It's an opinion. I ain't here to judge you.
That right there? Oh no, I'm fully judging. That's ridiculous, bro. 200 alone.
I'm gonna go count how many I watched, because I don't even think I reached 200.
Like, it's possible to watch that many, for real, you feel me? But it's not possible to sit here and think that everybody don't watch that many.
That's true.
Like, and I do understand, like, people can have their opinions, which is why you just ignore some of them. But some people don't know what the hell they're talking about. Even like somebody can sit here and read 100 pages of a book and still don't know what the fuck they talking about.
That's true.
So it's like,
you know what you talking about, sir?
Just understand, bro. If you're watching the show and you say you're interested, just understand. To understand, to let us understand, so you can understand that we understand what you're talking about because you watched it.
All right, let's go to his next one. Okay.
My other hot take is a battle shonen will never and can never be. A battle shonen can never be top 5 anime. I'm gonna just go out and say it. If it's a battle shonen, automatically the highest it could go is 6. The highest it could go is 6. It can never break into the top 5. And I'm talking about, like, just straight up, like, fights, like battle shonen. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like battle anime could never be top 5. The only top 5 animes can be like mystery, you know what I'm saying? Adventure, what you call it? slice of life, something like that. If it's straight up just hands, battle shonen, like power up level, that will never be a top 5 anime.
I never thought of that. And honestly, looking at my top 5 at least, none of them are just fighting. Like they have some kind of story and adventure to it.
I'm about to read you 20. I'm about to read you 20 battle shonen.
Hold your mic up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm about to read you 20 battle shonen shows. This one ChatGPT, by the way. This is my buddy. Bro, this even on the first one, you're gonna laugh. Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, Dragon Ball Super, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, My Hero, Black Clover, Fire Force, Mad G, Akame got killed, Blue Exorcist, Hunter x Hunter, Full Metal, JoJo's Bizarre, World Trigger, Chainsaw Man, Hell's Paradise, Marshall, and Kaiju number 8. A handful of those are definitely going to be in a lot of top 5.
I think what he's saying is,
I get what he's saying.
Because those are still adventure and world building. Like, it's not just, I don't think those are just considered just like fighting.
They're not just considered battle shonen, which is why I'm glad he detailed it the way that he did, as far as like saying, and just speaking on the ones that just all fights and glamour and stuff like that. And I do understand that. Though it's like realistically, a lot of people don't really have those type shows in their top 5 in real time.
I mean, the only one that like stands out to me would be Solo Leveling. Like people,
Leveling, yeah.
I was raving about that when it first came out, but then eventually, to me, it fell off because of the he wasn't really battling anybody up to his like standards or what he was just, it was just not good. Yeah. So I get what he's saying. I just don't know any other ones that are just like fighting all the time. Like just strictly fighting. That's the only one that stands out to me. Maybe y'all can like drop some down in the comments, but now if he's saying like Naruto and the ones that you named are on the list, that's kinda wild. That's OD. I don't agree.
I wouldn't think that he's speaking on like Naruto and stuff like that, cause like you said, like a lot of the shows that I've mentioned are shows that's more so like, let's say, like slice of life. They have some type of suspense or mystery. They have a lot of things other than just them fighting. Like I feel like on the show that I mentioned, the fighting is like the icing on the cake. It's the cherry on top. It's what adds color to what we already have as far as a good story. But as far as the one that he's talking about, that's just like all fighting and stuff like that. Like for real, you had to come up with a list of them, because I can't even name anime shows that's just all fighting that realistically in people's top 5 alone.
That's what I'm saying. I don't really have any other ones that are just fighting.
Cause even like you said, like Solo Leveling is one. Yeah. That do stand out as far as what he's talking about, and maybe that's the one he's pointing out towards more. And sadly, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, bro.
We was definitely raving about Solo.
I was raving about that.
I was one of them. I was like top 5, and I was like, no.
I think it's also because the Stagnation show dropped in season 2.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that take.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that take either. I ain't mad at that take. I'm not mad at that one. Was more sensible. Yeah. That first one, yeah, buddy. We should have dropped that one at the door.
All right. This is our last one.
When you talk about longevity, when you talk about cultural impact, and when you talk about just sheer vibes and contribution to society, when you look around the world, see folks protesting, you don't see no Naruto, you don't see no Bleach. You see the Jolly Roger of the Straw Hats Pirates in real world context. One Piece has transcended art.
He was talking about One Piece being the number one anime of all time.
That is okay, bro. That's a very hard topic for me because that's something that we're also going to be getting into after we talk about this last topic. Because to me, it's hard for me to say One Piece is the greatest of all time. Although I will say One Piece has a very big spot in my heart, only because part of what he said about it, but also because like, bro, I don't. Some may understand what I'm about to say, some may not, but um, Taylor knows that when I first started actually watching One Piece was literally the only anime I was watching, and mind you, all the way up until like probably Wano was already up. So like I'm binge watching. I was binge watching One Piece for probably like 2 to 3 months, bro. That's how long it took me to get to Wano. And I've never felt more like being in an adventure the way I felt being in an adventure with One Piece. Like it literally felt like every arc was a new show, but just with the same crew, with the same people. And also meeting a lot of characters. I can't sit here and name every single character that you meet, but every single character that you do encounter in the show have their own significance. And also the storytelling, the writing is very good. So like the way that anime can translate in the real world and the way that this particular anime translated within, I would say, politics, um, it just goes to show you the reach that this anime has. So I can understand why he says One Piece is the greatest of all time, even though I don't fully agree because of just my stance on that GOAT conversation. But yeah.
I feel like just because it's being used for protesting, I don't think that necessarily makes it the greatest of all time. I feel like there are plenty of animes that could be used for like standing for like rights and protesting and things like that. Um, I just think I don't want to. I've never watched One Piece, so I don't have too much information on it. But I mean, that's your opinion. I'm assuming that's your number one anime. I feel like there is a list of anime to where I don't say anything about people's number ones. There are some animes where I'm like, oh, that's your number one. But One Piece, I see like the fandom and the people who stand behind it and really like it. So it's like, I mean, if it's that many people that like it, obviously there's something to love. Yeah, so I'm not shocked that the fans made this a way of protesting or a sign of protesting or using One Piece to protest because clearly it has like some kind of that dynamic in the anime, I'm assuming. So I mean, hey, if that makes it your number one, I'm here for it. Yeah. I have nothing bad to say about it. So.
Nothing bad to say about it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, thank y'all for sending in your voice notes, mails, whatever.
Send more. Fun.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna post more questions. We're gonna keep the segment going for whoever wants to engage. And
that second dude was interesting with that first question, bro. That's sickening. That is sick.
He said 200.
That is sick.
Yeah, I mean, look, hey, everybody had their standards, and if that's what you require,
your standard,
who am I? Who am I?
You can have it.
Okay, and what was the question that you wanted to?
Okay, so the hot take, one of the hot takes that definitely that had the ball rolling on Threads, which was, is it harsh to input one of the in front of the greatest of all time conversation? my reason of saying that is because as far as when it comes to the conversation of greatest of all time, you have your shows like, let's say, like Dragon Ball Z, you have Naruto, you have your One Pieces per se, you have nowadays you probably have your My Heroes, you'll have your AOTs, you'll have
Full Metal.
of course like Full Metal, right? You feel me? You'll have that, but to me, it's like a lot of those shoot, even one that's not even talked about a lot anymore, and that's Pokemon. Like Pokemon literally
I feel like Pokemon is in this. Like I feel like
Pokemon is
Pokemon is
literally
like Dragon Ball
the
Z.
headline. Well, it's not the headline because Goku's the headline, but that's literally like that's Pokemon's like the holy grail,
Mm.
and like you also have things like Naruto. I don't know about right now, but you'll have Naruto being one of the most successful um in manga sales or something. You'll have shoes, like I said, like Dragon Ball Z being the inspo to a lot of new anime. You'll have freaking One Piece, like somebody saying being up all about it or whatever the case may be or something like that. Like you'll have a lot of these things. Shoot, even with Demon Slayer, you'll have people saying Demon Slayer being carried by animation, but that's literally what the show was recognized for, even in the award ceremony. So it's like there's a lot of things that a certain anime shows are far way better than within the construct of the GOAT conversation. But to strictly say that this one anime is better than all of them, I I don't know. Especially when you got one that's coming up or people are just now seeing, like for example, like AOT. AOT right now is in the conversation of being the greatest of all time. Let's not even care about it for you. Feel me? It's in the conversation. It's here. It's there. It's alive. But what a lot of people don't know is that AOT been around for a minute. Like even before the animation, like the manga been around for a minute. I probably started watching the show probably like in 2020 or some shit like that, and the show been out way before that. So it's like it's hard for me to sit here and say like one thing is great, especially like my man's the main man's Michael Jordan per se the greatest basketball player ever, saying bro like there's more than one great in this league.
Mm. I think that's what also what I was saying with the last thing. Like there is a list of anime where if it's your number one, I'm not mad at it. So I guess my list I'll tell you guys would be like if Naruto is your number one, if AOT is your number one, if Full Metal is your number one, if Dragon Ball is your number one, if Yu Yu, if Soul Eater, um, like some classics that really have a great story, good character development, or ones that paved the way for anime, I won't be mad. And I'm not like, oh, that's not the greatest because, like you said, like there can be multiple greats. Of course, everyone has their preference. Everyone has their reasons for why they choose one great. Um, I will say, in my opinion, AOT is really like it's really number one. Like it has the story, it has the fights, it has the complexity of it. It's like so it's just so good. Like and that's why it's still being talked about as heavy as it is. Um but is it harsh to put like the greatest, like making it the GOAT or saying one thing is the GOAT? I don't think it's harsh because people have that
If
preference.
you have that preference, if you have an opinion, it's not harsh. I don't think I don't believe that people like having the number one, like you said, like to me, shoot, my greatest anime of all time will always be Full Metal. I don't give a fuck what's better or not. You feel me? But I'm not gonna sit here and tell somebody that yeah, yo, this is the greatest anime of all time, better than Dragon Ball Z. Like, bro, I'm not ready to do all that because That's my favorite show. That's my preference for real. But is it true in the grand scheme of things? Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, like I mean,
It's very subjective
I
as
feel
hell.
like the conversation just keeps the ball rolling.
Yeah, definitely keep the
It
ball
keeps
rolling.
the debates rolling. But I mean, like I said, there's just a list of anime where it's like, okay, this is your goat. I can see why. I can understand why. I'm not about to like really try to change your mind about it. We could debate about it. We can go 1v1. Our goats, but like I feel like there's a pocket of like animes where I'm like, okay, I can see why. But if you're coming out saying like Solo Leveling is your number one, it's like no.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Somebody came to me like, yeah, yo, One Punch Man, my number one. I'm on One Punch. I'm One Punch Man out the ass. Bro, I despise. When I tell you I despise, bro. Why I was looking at a video that was talking about like characters, a list of characters that could wipe out 8 billion people or something like that, right? And bro,
It says Saitama.
And Saitama was literally like probably like top 5. That joint said he could wipe out the entire earth just by sneezing accidentally, and everybody else was on some like crazy power scale like thing. Like they even had like Madara could send down a meteor that could literally destroy the earth and stuff like that. But an accidental sneeze, bro. This is why I hate this. That's why I can't stand it. Like you can like the show, you can like that show all you want, but that is, I feel like that is just poor writing. That is just like you can have fun, have at it, bro. Do what you want, but bro, that is
I've
ass.
never met someone who hates One Punch Man.
That is ass, bro. Accidental sneeze, my nigga.
I think it's funny because one, that's not true. If he accidentally sneezes, that's not happening. I don't know where they got that from, but him sneezing and punching are 2 different things.
I think it's the exaggeration of his like power scale and shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
that's OD. But I mean,
but his power scale is literally exaggerated like that.
It is, but sneezing,
bro. I'm not making this up. It was there.
I mean, I guess it's a good comparison.
It wasn't really like it wasn't like thoroughly wrong because the list that they was given, they were even given like characters from other shows that and like a lot of the stuff they was saying made sense. I don't really have like a list of it on my phone or anything. It was on a YouTube video, but yeah, like all the everything else made sense to the character. Even some characters I didn't watch, but I have a little bit of an understanding of like probably who they are and stuff like that. The extent of how they were killing people, like motherfuckers, like even Aaron. They say Aaron could wipe out 8 billion people in just 5 days, and literally that's true because the nigga damn near wiped out he wiped out 80% of the earth. That's true. He can definitely do that in 5 days. Shit, 3. Like, bro, but I sneeze. I chew.
I mean, I guess it's on par with the One Punch.
Man, fuck that.
Because he literally killed you.
Ass, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But I mean, saying
certain and the fact that you fans made that shit so popular.
One Punch Man is not bad. One Punch Man is not bad. I think,
bro, a lot of people literally said after season 1 that shit was trash.
After season 1, no. I think season 2 is good. After season 2, it kind of falls off. But I definitely have to give that a rewatch. But I think looking at it in a different perspective would be a good idea because
I tried it, bro. I tried all perspectives. You know me, bro. I'm gonna try it. I tried it. I couldn't, bro. I watched the entire season 1.
I like One Punch.
I watched the entire season 1. I'm not watching the other seasons.
I can kill the person in one punch because it's literally just one punch.
I don't like it, bro. I don't like it. And the sad thing is, and I feel like a lot of people could agree with me. The sad thing is, I feel like the villains and the side characters are the ones that's more noticeable to me than him. Like, literally, like, shoot, like even the last monster that he was fighting in season 1, that nigga was that nigga more interesting.
I mean, I don't think he's supposed to be interesting. Like,
it's not that like
because he don't want to be interesting.
I'm not really pondering on him being interesting. It's like
He just hates One Punch Man. Let's just say that he hates One Punch Man, and that's okay. But honestly, I've never seen anybody say that GOAT was One Punch Man. I've never seen that. If that's your number
Exactly, because
one,
that shit ass, bro. It deserved to be
that's not in
the
my list.
bottom. This should be in like the negative top 10s. How about that? But no, I did. I was trying to find the comment, but the comment spoke on like somebody was saying, they were telling me it would be harsh to say that about Go Anime because it would like cause a discourse and shit like that. And I'm like, how will it cause a discourse when you have animes like Yu Hakusho, you got freaking Inuyasha, you got freaking like Akira, you got freaking like you got so many other animes from even back in the G up until now, Dragon Ball, you got oh my goodness. What the other shows? Oh my goodness, bro. You got Gundam and all that shit.
What do
You
you
got
mean a
freaking
discourse?
you got as in like I guess like in a sense of the anime they like as far as like anime being unstable as far as like
I mean,
what's the
that's
best and
the.
what's not or whatever. And it's like, bro, that's not true
And first of
because
all, that's the point. Like the point is to get to me, and even like we're starting this podcast, is that's the point to get the conversation starting. And like you might say something to where it's like, let me go
no,
rewatch
he's saying like it
something.
would be a discourse to say this is one of the greatest. Like he's saying it's better to say no, this is the greatest.
No, because there is no greatest.
That's what I was telling him, right? and I'm like, bro, you have
What did he say
shows.
was the greatest? Did he say?
He didn't really say what show was the greatest. Like he was saying, like it would be like a discourse too. But I'm like, bro, how can it be a discourse? You have all these like animes from each
He probably like
generation.
Dragon Ball Z. They the only
Probably, I
ones
don't
that
know.
be like Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball at the mouth. Dragon Ball Z.
Even now, bro, like,
Goku.
you got animated coming out. You got animated coming out fresh out the box right now. That's on fire right now. Like, oh my goodness, what? Y'all better click in the Daemons, bro. Real shit. Get right with Daemon, yo. I need to watch a new episode. I know they dropped it yesterday. Already.
It is some good new
It's
ones.
already good. What? People already saying that joint is better than Solo.
Oh well, I mean, I haven't watched it, but Solo, I don't know how this next season is gonna look, but it needs to bring something.
Next season ain't gonna be thick compared to what Daemon's dropping. Talking about you talking about the queen that dropped Full Metal.
Okay.
She dropping another Full Metal 10 out of 10 piece nugget chicken on the counter waiting with the barbecue sauce. And I'm shacking the food with it. Shout out to Shaq.
Okay. We're gonna end this episode with what we are currently watching, and you can start.
Yeah.
What are you currently watching?
I'm currently watching. I got reincarnated into a slime. I know a lot of people. Shout out to everybody watching that too. I know. I know I'll go fuck with me for saying that. But yeah, I'm watching that deep right now. It's getting good.
Currently, I mean, we're still both watching Yu, right?
Well, where are you at? Are you done with the tournament? Because I was waiting for you to be done to continue. You take it too long, bro. I was as soon as the tournament ended, I was like, all right, let me stop here because I don't know how far she got.
No, I'm not done yet, but I am watching Yu. I'm gonna continue watching it tomorrow. I'm currently up to date with what is that one called? What is it called?
It's calling.
It's really good. It's not like nothing fire, but it's a nice watch.
It's calling.
If I could think about it, like I would recommend it. Where is it? Why did it disappear from my watch? I guess because I'm caught up on it. Dang. Oh, I am watching the new Fate series.
I didn't even start Fate, bro. Oh my gosh.
It's really good.
Yo, it's like starting Fate to me is like starting Final Fantasy, but from the first game. Like
it's really, I swear, as soon as you start, it's not hard to keep up. And you don't watch all of the Fates.
I have to watch all the Fates.
No, I'm not saying you don't have to watch all of them, but the first So there's
I know
there's
it's a
a list
chronological
in
order
order.
to go with
Not
it.
all of them. That's what I'm saying. There are ones that you can watch right now that are in order, and then
So there's some that's not even in the same dimension.
exactly.
I don't want to. Okay, I understand that. I'm
But
still watch all of them.
But that's what I'm saying. But
I mean, of course, I'm gonna watch the one that's in chronological order first, and then whatever that's not in that dimension, I'm gonna watch that shit later.
yeah, so I'm saying like it's not hard to get into it starting off with the first ones in that order. But love the Fate series. I can't find the other one I was watching. It was about this guy. He's like fighting.
P.S. I did watch at least I probably watched like one episode of Fate. I ain't gonna lie.
It's so good that fights are top
I
tier.
ain't gonna lie. Their fights are actually
stories.
like top rated a lot. Like I be seeing their fights in a lot of fight compilation videos.
Mm-hmm.
I be seeing them in a lot of discussions and stuff like that.
Really, I'd never see anybody discussing Fate
Yeah.
ever. Yeah, I'm so
Fate brought up
sad
a few conversations before.
because I can't think of it. It's so good.
I think Fate probably did definitely underrated, but that's not a conversation that we can come up with some underrated. Or we feel underrated or not.
All right, Joe. Well, I can't think of it because I suck.
Wow.
I'm gonna find it.
Who got hit, man?
Oh,
Damn,
Jack
man.
of all trades.
Oh, Carol, what?
I could not
so
think
late.
of it. I'm caught up on it. That's
so
a
late.
good one. That's a nice like
show,
yeah.
Very good show. That show is very
I
good.
think it's similar to Astoria though.
Yeah. You know, oh, and Astoria finally dropped season 2, y'all.
Oh yeah, I need to watch that.
Yes. But wait, did they drop another episode? I think they did.
Sure.
Yeah, they did drop another episode. They dropped episode 2.
Well, yeah, but
oh yeah, One Piece dropped 2. One Piece dropped. Damon's drop. Astoria drop. Drop.
we're gonna end on that note.
Yeah.
Again, I'm going to be posting questions on Threads, Instagram, so keep a lookout for that if y'all want to send in y'all voice messages.
My bad.
Go ahead.
One more shout out to the beginning after end.
Okay. So we're gonna be wrapping this up, but yeah, be on the lookout for that if you guys want to engage with us. Send anything, to be honest, like if y'all want to be mentioned in the episodes, and yeah, that is all for this.